Just wanted to say there are people that just like to complain. Oh my gosh, I've just had to delete and block so many people, even on Facebook. Someone was making a post about um, do people, how do people feel about asking their ex-husbands for money? I did not ask my ex-husband for money when I left. We split our savings. And I made a comment about that, how I didn't want to take money from a man I was no longer fucking because I'm not some helpless woman. And a couple women went off on me. They got super triggered. So I decided to take the comment down because I'm not trying to trigger these ladies who are obviously going through a lot of pain in their divorce. But like, I don't get it. And then a couple people were upset with me because Just for Fans doesn't let them download videos. I got a long, nasty email from this guy that he's so disappointed and he's paying $35 a month. Hey, I've gone through thousands of people paying me $35 a month, and no one's ever taken the time to send me an email to complain that he couldn't download the videos. I've got like over 1,100 videos on there people can watch. And then I don't know, like some people just get off on being nasty. The only reason I'm making this video is because there are people like that. And I used to make videos like, I can't believe what they said, blah, blah, blah. Believe it, okay? So the best thing to do with these people, I'm just telling you what I do, is to just realize that they're in a hurt place. They're not happy. They're triggered or wounded, or, they see the world as bad and women are out to get them and they're triggered or whatever their stuff is coming up. The best thing to do, guys, is to use your boundaries. You do not have to engage with people. It's their stuff. Don't let it in. It's called a boundary. Just keep your hand out. Don't let that stuff in. It's their stuff. It's their stuff. Don't let it in. And keep your boundaries too. That means don't engage with people and get nasty back with them. Use your own boundary. Just go away. Like, you do not have to engage with people who are in a bad mood or angry or yelling or critical or judgmental or whatever. You're not attracting that either. I mean, there are all kinds of people. You only attract it if you're engaging with it. That's when you attract it. If you like the drama, you want to make them wrong or prove a point, just forget it. Just leave them alone, and that's your practice, guys. That practice is no one is allowed to be mean or rude. If they are, block and delete. Don't reply. Don't engage. That's the whole key, and just know it's their stuff. It's their stuff. Because, like for example, with me, there's some people that say I'm an old hag, and there's some people I say I'm really beautiful, and everything in between. So what am I? Am I an old hag or am I beautiful? And what do I want to believe? That's an example. By the way, to all the guys who leave comments like, you left your husband to be an escort, like, that's not even how it went. I was divorced for many years before I became an escort, and people who read my story know I was heartbroken to leave him. I didn't want to leave him. I left him because he neglected me. People don't know that. They just make all these assumptions. So that's how you deal with people who try to be mean to you on social media. And for sure, I have another rule, is that in our house, only love is allowed. No one is allowed to yell in my house, and no one has. I don't remember anyone ever yelling in my house, except I remember years ago when my son came over and he was cooking and left a huge mess in the kitchen. And I came home and I was tired from where I was working. I came home, not my escort job, my other job I had before. And I'm like, what the fuck? The kitchen is such a mess. And he's like, I'm sorry, Mom. And I'm like, I'm sorry for yelling at you. Can't you clean up your mess? And now he's like super clean. Like, he cleans his apartment constantly. Nonetheless, I digress. I think that it's so important to never, no one should ever yell at you, criticize you, or cut you down, ever. And never, ever should you do this to anyone. Never yell at anyone or criticize them or call them names. Never. That's not okay. In your home, especially. So when people do it on social media, I'm like, that's not how people talk to me in real life. And I don't even know you. Like, if it was someone I really knew who lost their temper and got really triggered, I'd overlook it or talk to them. But if it's someone I don't even know, if that's how they're talking already, wow, I wonder how bad it would get if I actually knew them. That's scary because we're always nicer to people we don't know. And the big triggers come in your intimate sexual relationship. That's how they're already talking, and you're not in an intimate sexual relationship. That's scary. Like that Brian Laundrie, in his Instagram and on the videos, he looked so charming and sweet, and then he ended up having like a freaking rage attack and strangling his girlfriend. So the best thing to do with people who are controlling, mean, angry, or whatever is to just block and delete. Just don't even get close to them. You do not want to engage with a rattlesnake. That's what you're doing. Just leave them alone. Go your own way. Anything you say is just going to light their fire, because people love getting angry. Some people love getting angry. Terry Real talks about grandiosity. Grandiosity feels good. Gives you power and energy. Being right, making other people wrong feels so good. But it's not intimate and it's grandiose. So just realize that. Just bring yourself down. Calm yourself down. Do not engage with rattlesnakes. I'm not saying those people are snakes. I'm just saying it's toxic, negative energy. Just don't engage with it. So if the grandiose people need to come down, the people in the one down shame position need to come up on the ledge and lift themselves up. We want to ideally be eye to eye with people, not looking down on them or looking up to them. So it's a constant thing to come down from grandiosity, come up from shame. I just want to make this quick little video about people on social media leaving nasty comments, because they do. They do. I just wrote, I'm not tooting my own horn, maybe I am. I just wrote 2 emails to people thanking them. I wrote an email to Just for Fans thanking them. I wrote an email to my leasing office thanking them for something they did. I wrote an email earlier to Bumble thanking them. You know, like, how do you want to go through life? Thanking people and being grateful, or cutting people down, being angry? It's always about their energy. Who do you want to engage with? That's the question. So, anyway, thanks for watching my video, you guys.